but we will appreciate her in her absence this morning. I do want to recognize some other elected official representation that are in the room. So Michael Tu, the District Director from Assemblywoman Connie Petrie-Norris's office, is here this morning. We do have video remarks, I'm delighted to say, from Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk-Silver's office. So I will play the video.
Hello, I'm Assemblymember Sharon Quirk-Silva, and I represent North Orange County. I'm so excited to be able to speak to you on housing and homelessness as United Way is convening its second annual forum. You know, this topic really touches everybody, and it has been at the top of the list for every single constituency out there regarding how do we solve a complex issue that has taken years to happen on our streets, and we know that it will take many more years to completely solve homelessness. Yet, with the numbers out there of over 40 people dying a month on the streets of Orange County, we know that that is something that we can't live with. But there is hope out there. Just last week in North Orange County, Governor Gavin Newsom joined us at the Hope Center in Fullerton, which is a collaboration of partners joining together to say, we can solve this. Not only can we, but we need to. These partners are now working together to not only meet our homeless where they are, which is usually at a park, at a business, but somewhere out in the community instead of asking them to come to their office. But homelessness is a puzzle. And as many of you know, if there is a missing piece or pieces, then this puzzle won't be solved. So what we actually need to solve homelessness is, number one, we have to build more housing. And we have to build housing at all levels, from market rate to affordable housing to also transitional housing. We must move people out of shelters into transitional living housing arrangements like the state's Home Key project, or even into apartments like United Way has done so effectively. But that has to be part of the puzzle. The other part has to be mental health care and looking at where people are. If they have a substance abuse, then we must address that. We cannot put a timeline, 90 days, and you must move out, because this is where we have that cycle of a revolving door. Some of you know personally I've suffered losing a brother on the streets in Buena Park, and it wasn't from a lack of compassion. He was actually in the Illumination Center, but his chronic addiction was alcohol, and that kept him from many times moving to the next step. And that's why I'm so proud of the work I've done to bring $10 million to the Illumination Foundation in Fullerton that not only has shelter beds, but it has recuperative care. This recuperative care allows someone with health issues to get taken care of and not go directly back to the streets. So I'm hopeful, I'm proud of what the United Way has been doing, person by person, step by step. It takes all of us to complete this puzzle, and we can do that. But every city, every jurisdiction must step up and do their share. With that, I know that in the future we will be touching many, many individuals, and once we can get them into some type of permanent supportive housing, they will be on their way. Thank you so much.
As the Assemblywoman mentioned, it is a puzzle trying to solve homelessness. And this morning, really the goal is to bring to you a few of those puzzle pieces so you can get a bit of an understanding about the work that has been happening. So I'm pleased to let you know that next we have an update from Supervisor Doug Chafee. Supervisor Chafee is the chairman of the Board of Supervisors. He's the 4th District Supervisor, and for today's purposes, he's speaking as the chair of the Commission to End Homelessness. We do have a number of Commission to End Homelessness members in the room that I would like to recognize. Monique Davis is here with us from Habitat for Humanity and the Commission. We have Paul Wyatt, who's with us today. Hi, Paul. Good to see you.
Doug Chafee, Chairman of the Orange County Board of Supervisors. I also chair the Orange County Commission to End Homelessness. I'd like to update you on the progress we've made on homelessness issues in Orange County over the last year. First, during the 2022 point-in-time count, Orange County identified 5,718 people experiencing homelessness. This represents an overall reduction in homelessness of nearly 17%, or 1,142 less people experiencing homelessness than the previous point-in-time count. This figure is still too high. Obviously, we have a lot more work to do. We have a new program in North Orange County that may serve as a model for the rest of Orange County and possibly for the entire state. This is the new HOPE Center in Fullerton. HOPE is an acronym for Homeless Outreach and Proactive Engagement. The HOPE Center is a dispatch center for social workers who help individuals experiencing homelessness in the North Service Planning area of Orange County that are on the streets. The center is a result of 11 cities joining together to pool funding and resources to provide a 24/7 response to homelessness. Its slogan is, the right person, the right resource, right now. We were pleased that Governor Gavin Newsom visited the Hope Center on Thursday, October 27, 2022, ribbon cutting at the center. He praised Orange County for the reduction of the homeless persons in the point-in-time count and noted that Orange County is one of the best performing counties in the state. Recently, the Orange County Commission on Homelessness created a Homeless Service Pillars Report that was approved by the Board of Supervisors on October 18, 2022. The Pillars Report will be used to prioritize and develop future programming to best meet the needs of individuals and families experiencing homelessness or at risk of becoming homeless. We anticipate that best practices and guiding principles included in the Pillars Report will also be adopted by other stakeholders interested in preventing and addressing homelessness who operate in Orange County's homeless service system. The Orange County Housing Finance Trust, or what we call OCFT, was formed in 2019 for the purpose of funding housing for persons experiencing homelessness, has made a significant strides in its goal of creating 2,700 units of supportive housing by 2025 by producing a pipeline of 1,170 supportive units to date. This kind of housing is needed as a next step beyond shelter. While there is more work that needs to be done, I'm encouraged by our progress as we continue to build out the system of care in Orange County.
So I'm now delighted to introduce the next bit of the puzzle, Maricela Rios-Spouse. Maricela is the CEO of Human Options, and the other hat that she has on her head is the current chair of the Orange County Continuum of Care Board. Prior to that, she was the vice chair of the board, so has a lot of experience as being deeply involved in the work here in our communities. Maricela.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be here with you all this morning, representing the Continuum of Care Governing Board, and particularly as the chair of the board. I sit as the domestic violence advocate on the Continuum of Care Board, and I'm excited to be here with you today. The Orange County Continuum of Care has undertaken several initiatives aimed at improving the response to homelessness and incorporating the voices of those most impacted, those that we serve. This work has been driven by a Continuum of Care vision. It's a 3-year leadership vision, and our vision articulates a story toward the future with a focus on the following 5 key areas. Permanently housing those experiencing homelessness. That is key to ending homelessness. Ensuring efficient and dignified system. That means making sure that we're balancing efficiencies with treating human beings with care and making sure that they get the quality services that they deserve when they're in the system. Promoting equitable and just system. There are many individuals in the system, unfortunately, that have overlapping barriers that require special attention, special care, and additional resources. It is our goal to make sure that they receive those. Drive system-wide engagement and collaboration. You've heard a lot today about other entities within the system that can also partner with the COC to make sure that overall Orange County has a system that is working well together to end homelessness and to strengthen the regional leadership and accountability. That is all of our charge here today, to make sure that we are working together to end homelessness. Earlier this year, we conducted a racial equity assessment, and from that came a racial equity framework that has provided Orange County COC an opportunity to really set and gain a level set and gain a basic understanding of the racial and ethnic disparities in our system. As well as that, we are also acquiring new knowledge and new tools to be able to address those inequities within the system. The Orange County Continuum of Care launched a Lived Experience Advisory Council, which you'll hear from later on as well this morning. And that is really aimed at making sure that we have individuals at the table who have experience with homelessness now and in the past to inform the work that we're doing as a COC. This means also that they are really integrated in the system, and we will continue to find ways to do that, where they have a voice in our policies and our practices as a COC to make sure that we are truly addressing the needs of those we serve. You've heard about the 2022 point count, and while the data does demonstrate an overall decrease in homelessness, it also highlighted the disproportionate account of BIPOC individuals who are experiencing homelessness. This continues to be, there continues to be an opportunity to seek improvement in the system to make sure that we are addressing those needs. The Orange County Continuum of Care continues to be committed to developing the homeless care system to meet the needs of everyone experiencing homelessness. We have done this already through infusing funds into the infrastructure, including services for emergency shelter operations, rapid rehousing services, and leveraging funding to increase interim housing needs. Additionally, there'll be a more intensive focus on our policies, our practices, and our procedures to make sure, again, that we're maximizing the resources that are under the purview of the Continuum of Care Board. We are all in this together, and with you all, we continue to work to end homelessness in Orange County. Thank you.
Thank you, Maricela. And I do want to acknowledge another board member who's in the room with us today, so thank you for being here this morning. So this time it is a great privilege to bring up a lady who has become a friend, so Elizabeth Casillas. Come on up. Elizabeth also has multiple hats on her head. She is a board member at American Family Housing, and she is also on the Lived Advisory Experience Committee for the COC Board.
Good morning. I'm Elizabeth Casillas, and I'm so sorry, I'm nervous. I am pleased to serve on the Lived Experience Advisory Committee representing the unhoused families. I myself was homeless with children.
So I don't know if many people in this room, we're going to do a bit of a Q&A. Yes. So I'm going to just have a little chat with Elizabeth, and you guys get to be privy to our conversation this morning. So what is the Lived Experience Advisory Committee?
Sorry, I'm reading off notes today. The Lived Experience Committee is made up of individuals with current or past homelessness. Groups we represent are domestic violence, homeless families, seniors, vets, the LGBT community, and transitional age youth.
Wonderful. And do you know how long this committee has been in existence for?
Since 2021.
So the committee is still fairly new, but has been making some really great progress and strides in helping the COC board. So would you be able to share a little bit about some of the work you guys have been doing?
Absolutely, it's been exciting. We've been working on feedback on the coordinated entry system, the Homeless Action Plan, the HAP3, the HMIS policies regarding data integration and access, and to me the most exciting part was the HUD special no-fil letter of support of new funding.
So this committee has been really important in terms of helping shape the work of the broader COC. So some of the things that you heard both Maricela and Elizabeth mention, they really do impact how our system of care functions. And so it's been really great to have Elizabeth and her fellow committee members look at those policies and speak into good idea, bad idea, what changes should be made, how could this be more beneficial to people, and so I don't know if you have, this is totally a flyer, I don't know if you have any stories of a time where you provided input or a committee member did and that helped shape something that happened.
We've been working on a lot of different things, but we've broken it up into groups, and we've talked about pre-homelessness and post-homelessness and where they can help. And so we as a committee, I was in the post, have come up with ideas of how case management needs more help and different roles and different things that we think we could provide. That was exciting to me because I actually was a voice. We were all voices, and we wrote something up in the plan and we're going to present it to each other.
So the whole committee has been working on some recommendations to bring forward to the board, and so some of the work that Elizabeth is mentioning. And so that really matters because the board wants to hear, and our work as the COC really does need to be shaped by the people that it's impacting. And so it's been really exciting to see the work that this committee has been doing. So I know you shared that you are in the family homelessness seat on the committee. Would you be open to sharing a bit about why that's important to you?
Absolutely. Well, it's very difficult to put into words what it's like to be homeless. It's difficult to put into words what it feels like to have children be homeless. I think that's why I'm so driven to help and to speak up, because many of us don't even know that there are currently in Orange County there are 389 homeless families. And I just feel that my experience of being a single mom with children, I'm so sorry.
Elizabeth has been a real voice for what it is like to experience homelessness with your children with you. And the things that she's been able to bring to the table have really just been instrumental. And there's a lot more work to be done. As we heard from Maricela, the COC has been working on a vision statement. And part of that vision statement is to really try and dive into a couple of specific populations to see what work can be done to help end homelessness in those populations. And that includes family homelessness. And so I have no doubt, Elizabeth, that you are going to be a fantastic voice helping lead the charge to that as that work moves forward. I do know that we have another member of the committee in the room. Would you like to point him out in comparison?
Santa Claus.
Santa
Claus Robert Morris is also a member of the Lived Experience Advisory Committee and many others as well. Is there anything else about the work of the committee that you'd like to share this morning?
Yes, the vision plan. I asked, the vision plan is to end family homelessness in the next 3 years, and I ask you all, please, rally around this idea from this plan, because no child should have to wake up in a car or a shelter. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We'll take that. Thank God. I've got 3 mics now, and I'm excited to be able to pass one of these off to Nina Lundy. Nina is the Director of Operations for the Office of Care Coordination. She has a huge role in terms of scope and impact here in the county, and I am delighted to hand you this one, like number 2, to be able to share your remarks and fill us in on what your office is behind here. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you, Max, for the introduction, and to United to End Homelessness for organizing the second state of homelessness address. It is a pleasure to be here today to share more about the county's efforts to address homelessness and the Office of Care Coordination and Schools of Network. The Office of Care Coordination, under the leadership of the Orange County Board of Supervisors and the County Executive Office, is charged with leading and implementing the county's responses to homelessness. This is done in collaboration and partnership with the Commission to End Homelessness, the Orange County Continuum of Care, and community stakeholders, including homeless service providers, many of which are in the audience today. In the last year, significant progress has been made and new initiatives have been launched aimed at assisting people experiencing homelessness navigate through the system of care, find their way home, and be supported to achieve long-term housing stability in those homes. During the first annual State of Homelessness, we celebrated the County of Orange Home Improvement Award of approximately $25 million. This created 2 sites of interim housing in partnership with the City of Stanton. And today I'm happy to share with you that those sites have begun the process of transitioning into permanent housing. Those units will be used to permanently house people experiencing homelessness once the project is completed. And today, as previously already mentioned and discussed by a number of our speakers, we are happy to also share that the county awarded 3 different applications of Home to Ground free funding. And this is going to support in the creation of 2 permanent housing projects, one of which Lorianne mentioned already is the city of Costa Mesa, as well as 1 interim housing project. So all of that together will ultimately become approximately 180 units of affordable housing. The creation of supportive housing and affordable housing has been a strategic priority for the county for many years. And in 2018, the county implemented a housing funding strategy aimed at creating 2,700 units of permanent supportive housing. The units created through Home to Ground 1 and Home to Ground 2 contribute to that success. And while we have made significant progress in that area, there's still a lot more work to be done. To support individuals and families experiencing homelessness that has received the appropriate support and services, the county has developed the Care Plus program, which offers a comprehensive approach to the delivery of county services for those most vulnerable in our community. This information is done through a multidisciplinary team approach that utilizes a software platform that combines 9 different county databases into 1 single consolidated virtual record. Having the ability to understand how people are intersecting with various systems of care, whether it's healthcare, behavioral health, housing, benefits and supportive services is key for homeless service providers and other case managers and social workers to assist families in accessing the appropriate services at the right time and continue their path towards housing and or maintain housing once they are able to secure it. To complement the efforts of the Care Plus program, the county also recently approved contracts with Volunteers of America and PATH, totaling over $10 million to provide regular care coordination across each service planning area. This will better assist individuals experiencing chronic homelessness navigate through the system of care with the goal of improving outcomes in housing and providing assistance in increasing income through disability benefits and or employment assistance, as well as funding to overcome barriers to housing that will assist them in becoming permanently housed. The regional care coordination contracts will further expand the scope of services that are already offered by the county's outreach and engagement team and dedicate more resources to ensure that those vulnerable are effectively served by our community. Another project that the County of Orange is pleased to share a brief update is related to the state's encampment resolution funding program. This program brings approximately $3.6 million to address homeless encampments located in Talbot Park and will be implemented in partnership with the City of Costa Mesa and OC Parks. This program will assist those people living in encampments to safe and stable housing and restore spaces to its intended use. And it will serve the state as an opportunity to learn more about scalable best practices that can be implemented statewide. We understand that that is just a small, quick summary of some things that have been keeping us really busy at the Office of Care Coordination. And we are extremely encouraged by the progress that is made and continue to be committed to all the work that is ongoing and needs to be done to assist individuals and families become permanently housed. Thank you.
She's been a bit busy, as of her team. I'm going to pass you guys this mic. You get your very own mic, Elizabeth. Okay, so we're nearing the end of our set agenda, but I do have a couple of questions that I want to ask you guys. If you were to pick one word to describe 2022 as it comes to the work addressing homelessness, what would that word be? Maricela, I'll pick on you first.
Evolving, I think is where it comes from.
Okay.
Initially, we will say busy, but the word I would land would be transitioning.
Transitioning. Okay. Evolving, transitioning. We're your theme here. Elizabeth, how about you? Progress. Okay. So definite theme happening here, and that was not staged. So when it comes to things that are within your realm or purview that you're hoping you will achieve in the next year, what would that be? And Elizabeth, I'll start with you.
Housing gaps.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Selena, how about you?
There's so much that I'm looking forward to accomplishing in partnership with all of you, but I would just really like to see the momentum to continue building and for progress to continue occurring each and every day in whatever form that looks like.
I'd like to really see, and I think we're making great progress toward it, is to make our vision actionable and really look at ways in which that vision and those action items can be communicated to various groups so that we can partner more effectively and efficiently. And I'm really hoping that in doing that, that also allows us to focus on prevention and as a whole.
So talking of the vision, when will that be sort of becoming a little bit more public in terms of a potential CSC board meeting or discussion?
So the vision was actually passed by the board, I want to say it was probably three to 4 months ago. Over the last month, we've actually dug in a little bit deeper and are looking now at what that looks like from an implementation perspective. So I'm imagining we'll come back in the new year with something that's more actionable that allows the general public to weigh in.
And then I think I just want to give you guys the opportunity, if there's anything that you didn't get to say because it didn't fit nice and neatly in your remarks about homelessness in Orange County, now is your chance.
I would say, I think that we've done a remarkable job focusing on homelessness and particularly focusing on populations that are really underserved and need additional resources. I think we still have a lot of work to do when it comes to stigma and having real conversations around homelessness in general and the conditions in society that create the circumstances in which an individual finds themselves in homelessness. And I think that's a conversation we should all enter into.
Thank you, Maricela. Elizabeth, do you have anything you want to add? It's okay. Selena?
Building off what Maricela said, I think that there is really an opportunity for all of us to continue to be at the table and bring forward ideas that will improve collaboration, coordination, in the delivery of services, and ultimately work towards the same goal of just ending homelessness and having that be the focus as we move forward.
Wonderful. Thank you. So I think we've heard some very clear themes in terms of collaboration, progress, evolving, growth, forward momentum. A lot more work to be done here, but congratulations to everybody on all that has been achieved in 2022. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication that you've poured into the last year and helping us reach this moment in time. And I really look forward to seeing the work that unfolds in 2023 and having this conversation then with some wonderful updates that I will be eagerly anticipating. So at this point, I would like to say thank you so much to all of our speakers. You are welcome to vacate the stage if you are done having people stare at you. And for everybody else, I would love to invite you, as we close, to take a picture in front of the mural that's outside. Did anybody already get their photo snapped out there on the way in? Perfect, perfect. If you are able to share that photograph on social media, please use the hashtag HHWeekOC, standing for, oddly enough, Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, Orange County. So HHWeekOC. We've got some keychains, we've got some stickers available if that is the kind of thing that motivates you to post on social media. As I mentioned, we do have a social media action kit available. We've made it as simple as we can. Even I was able to post over the weekend just using my cell phone, and it'll copy and paste for you and authorize you to go to your Twitter, your LinkedIn. It's really, really simple, and we would love for you to share the campaign this week. There's a QR code floating around that you can use to scan. That'll take you directly to the social media action kit. We have a number of events happening this week. This Thursday, really excited to dive deeper into this conversation around housing as a human right. Our goal this week is to allow every Orange County resident the opportunity to think about housing as a human right. What do people think? What do people believe? It's a conversation that many of us haven't paused to ponder, and so we're inviting people to do that this week. So Thursday at noon, we're really thrilled to have Christy Wimber, an international speaker, author, pastor, Dr. Freckens from the CDC's office, and John Gold, the Dean of UC Irvine School of Social Ecology. We also have video remarks from HUD's Regional Administrator for Region 9 from Jason Crew, and that's the region that we are in. So it's going to be a really interesting discussion looking at housing as a human right from various vantage points. The academic vantage point, the health vantage point, and the faith perspective. So Thursday at noon. And then something brand new that we're trying for the first time is that we are offering people free coffee or tea if you will come and talk about housing as a human right. So we have got guided discussions happening. Thursday, we're in Fountain Valley at Seven Leaves Cafe. Friday, we are in Fullerton at Pilgrim's Coffee House. Saturday, we're in Mission Viejo at Ziggy's Coffee. And Sunday, we are in Tustin at the Arvida Book Company. So we are going to be dotted around the place, and we would encourage you to sign up to come to a coffee talk where there will be a facilitated discussion around housing as a human right. And so with that, that brings us to the end of our program this morning. I look forward to chatting with you outside as we take our snaps in front of the mural, and thank you so much for attending.